Hi, meet again with our favorite channel. Today we will discuss the 7 best beat 'em up games. Before we discuss, let's do an intro.
Chaos.
In Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds, players play as chibi versions of Mikoto, Waka, Itsuki and Yuzuha as they fight against large groups of enemies. Their friend, Nagi, been captured by Phantom, and the girls must go through hordes of Phantom's minions to try and rescue her, with each one having unique encounters and dialogue with the enemies.
This game features a young corgi, dog named Breeze. He's separated from his young owner in an unexpected storm. The dog wakes up to find himself stuck in the clouds. He picks up a bag nearby where he landed, and the creature inside, called a Cloud Sprite, tells him about the antagonist he is known as, the Storm King. In order to stop the storms and return home, Breeze, accompanied by the Cloud Guide, must venture around the world as skies, help other Cloud Sprites, and find the Cloud King, the only one who can defeat the Storm King. The player will play as Breeze, and the game will play like a traditional 3D platformer with a combination of action-based combat. Spine is an action-adventure beat-em-up game set in a dystopian cyberpunk world. Players take on the role of the female protagonist, Redline, a rebellious graffiti artist who acquires gunfu skills after receiving the digital spinal implant, which serves as her sentient AI companion and gives her new combat abilities throughout the game. Redline must rescue her captive brother from the autocratic AI regime known as Tensor, while fighting street thugs, mafia bosses, and trained assassins, some of whom are also similarly augmented by implants. Spine's gameplay is centered around close quarters combat with firearms, as Redline performs various combos based on the weapons she wields. It comprises around 20 missions, each designed like a standalone short film and set in cinematic environments. The player can snatch and use enemies' weapons and use Redline streak into blind enemies. The game also incorporates parkour and acrobatic elements. The game will feature a hardcore mode, wherein the player must complete all missions without taking a single hit.
Ever since it hit them. Arcades in 1987. Now it returns as Double Dragon Revive, thanks to the passionate support of retro game fans over the years. Arc System Works fighting game. Development expertise brings you a modern belt-scroll action experience with exhilarating gameplay. Indonesian solo developer unveils dystopian action game Acts of Blood. The game is set in a dystopian version of Bonnie and promises to deliver fast-paced, intense hand-to-hand combat. Players will take on the role of Hendra, a college law student whose life is shattered when his family falls victim to his father's business rival, facing a corrupt legal system that offers no justice. Hendra uncovers a powerful group behind the attack and embarks on a quest for revenge. Gameplay shows a dynamic combat system featuring melee attacks, firearms, and destructible environments. Players can engage enemies using a variety of weapons, including bats, knives, pistols, and rifles. The visceral fights focus on combos, blocks, counters, and cinematic finishes. Additionally, parkour mechanics allow Hendra to navigate the environment strategically, setting up surprise attacks. Kyborg is a fast-paced, story-driven action game with roguelite encounters. Become an unstoppable war machine and face the consequences of your actions as you lead a resistance group on a faraway prison planet. Kyborg is an explosive mix of a brutal action game, an endlessly replayable roguelite, and a narrative-driven time management game in a dark sci-fi setting. Send your clones on procedurally generated missions and build them into cybernetic gods in mere minutes as you cut your way through hundreds of bloodthirsty mutants, drug-addled criminals, and mechanized soldiers. Gather resources for permanent upgrades, recruit allies, make alliances, research forbidden technologies, and do your best to prepare for inevitable catastrophe. Tron: Catalyst is an all-new story-driven, isometric action-adventure game from Bithell Games.
It was.
Set in the immersive and diverse locations of the Ark, Grid introduced in Tron: Identity. Playing as Exo, a courier working in this grid's capital city.
Then, I fight them.
Your life is turned upside down when a mysterious package explodes, granting you powers beyond any program's normal function. With the Ark Grid's ruthless peacekeepers in hot pursuit, you'll unlock the mysteries of this grid and learn what kind of hero it needs you to become. Play as Exo, a highly resilient and resourceful program, wielding an unexpected power known as the Glitch, gaining strength and abilities which the overlords of the Ark Grid's crumbling society seek to bring under control, while uncovering more about the glitches that threaten the stability of this world. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.